Due to last week's disaster, I'm getting right to it and I'm installing battery backups into the new 450. In this video, I'm going to show you two options, even though I'm sure there are many more out there, but these are the two options that I'm going to be using in all of my tanks. And if you don't know what disaster I'm talking about, that video is right there. You should watch it because while this video is going to give you the information you need to save your fish, that video is gonna motivate you to actually do what you need to do. First method is for all you guys trying to save a buck. Don't worry, I'm not trying to judge because I've been using these things since forever. It's the Paperback Silent Air B11 battery operated air pump. This little puppy runs you about 20 bucks. It runs on 2D batteries and it has the potential to save all of your fish during a power outage. Not to be confused with your regular battery operated air pump. These things have to manually be turned on and they are no use to you if nobody is home when the power goes out. That's why the B11 is superior to these battery operated ones because it actually senses the power outage and kicks on its own. When this is set up, installed, and turned on, it does not supply any air bubbles to your tank. It just sits there monitoring the power from your outlet. If and when you lose power, it will then automatically kick on the battery power and supply the oxygen to your tank that your fish need to survive. Keep in mind though, this is a small unit providing only one air stone worth of oxygenation. It is meant as a temporary support system for when power's out and no one is home to correct the situation. As soon as someone is available to correct the situation, you should add much more oxygen to the tank. How much depends on your individual stocking levels. I wouldn't rely on this one backup for anything bigger than, let's say, a 55 gallon for a few hours at most. You can also always have multiple B11s ready to go if you wanted to make sure that you always had enough oxygen. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna show you how the B11 works. Here's my power. I'm gonna plug it in, drop the air stone into the tank. As you can see, there's no bubbles. I'm gonna turn it on right here. Now the unit is on, but it's connected to power. As soon as I lose power, you'll get bubbles. That's how it monitors the power and automatically turns on when there's a power outage. Now, power comes back. It automatically turns off and goes back into standby mode. That's why I like this thing, because anytime you're not home and you lose power, bubbles come on. And if you listen real well, this thing's pretty loud. So you're also gonna hear it running and notify you in case you are home and you're asleep. Take a good look at that bubble production. It does give you a good amount. One more time, power comes back, shuts back off. The second and more pricier method is to use ecotech Marine's battery backup. This $200 puppy right here will keep your ecotech wave makers running for up to 36 hours on an MP40 and up to 72 hours on an MP10 and an MP20. This thing is heavy. Having your wave maker remain on during power outages will supply much more surface agitation than any bubbles can. You can even connect two of these backups in tandem to double up the running time. If you have a sump and you run Vortec pumps, this battery backup can also be connected to your Vortec pumps. But you need a booster cable for the pumps, don't forget that. This backup also doesn't use physical batteries. They are automatically triple charged while plugged in, so you'll always have battery power when needed. But you're gonna have to pay for these. We all know, good stuff ain't cheap. If you didn't know, when you lose power, and you will lose power at some point, it's the loss of oxygen in the water that will kill your fish before anything else. Your filters can stay off and there won't be a problem. Your heaters won't work and that won't be a problem. Nobody cares if your lights turn on or off, but losing whatever you have in place that creates surface agitation will be a death sentence to your fish. Trust me, I know. Here's the full installation, battery backup, and the controller of the wave maker. Super simple to hook up. Just set it up, drill it into your stand wherever you want to. It's only got 3 connections on the bottom. One is the power line, which is right here in the back. The second one is the connection from the battery backup going over to the controller. And it's got one more slot available for a second controller and wave maker. Yes, you can connect 2 wave makers, 2 controllers to this one battery backup. And here's the controller. Right now we got full power. You see all the lights right there. Check out the wave maker on full blast. Look at that surface agitation. Now we're gonna go ahead and simulate power outage. We're going to remove the power from the controller. It shows you it's got 1 level of battery power. Wave maker is still on, but we're also going to remove the power from the battery backup. Now it's just the one wire connecting the battery backup to the controller. Still one level of battery because I haven't charged it yet. And that wave maker is still on and running. Plug it back in. We gotta plug our battery back in so it can fully charge as well. Simple as 1, 2, 3. Now we've got full power on the controller again. Wave maker's back to full blast. Like I said earlier, there are plenty of other products and methods out there to monitor your power and supply backup power when needed. Of course, a good old generator that can supply power to your whole entire house, including your tank, that's always a safe bet. But if you're gonna go with a wave maker and use the wave maker battery backup, you should first make sure you understand how to properly position that wave maker. Don't worry, I got you covered right here. See you on the other side. Peace.